Hello, welcome to White Birch Tarot and Astrology, except I'm not doing tarot or astrology, I'm doing poetry night. I have noticed that more people have listened to the poems that I've shared than the tarot readings, and I actually am thrilled by that. I'm surprised, but I'm thrilled because I love poetry. And so, I'm sorry, I'm trying to balance this. I don't know why I don't sit at an actual table or something. Why am I always sitting on the bed? Anyway, I'm trying to do this without, look, it just goes in like a multitude of screens. Anyway, okay. This is for the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. It's a kind of a rough time, and so I wanted to read something inspirational, and I realized it's really, I don't have that many poems that aren't depressing. So I think it's easier to write sad, depressing poetry than it is to write positive poetry. So those of you that, I know a couple people that watch my channel have shared with me, those of you who write, do you find that? Because I do. So anyway, I'm going to try to read a positive poem. This reminds me of the Pisces energy, all the planets in Pisces right now. And then I might read another one that reminds me of the Virgo energy, because the moon is actually in Virgo, opposite a bunch of planets in Pisces. So anyway, so I'm just going to share a couple, and pardon my voice, I have allergies. This is called One Great Heart. And you tell me if this is corny. We also call that smarmy, to use that word, or if it's positive. I don't know. Anyway, One Great Heart. Excuse me. Fire, as if by magic, comes from nowhere. The moon can join two people far apart. Clear water flows unseen beneath our footsteps. All rays of light are shot from one great heart. That which is most precious is least valued. Our years, like dross, are scattered here and there. The heaviest rocks contain the brightest jewels, and fire, like magic, comes from who knows where. Our frailties will haunt us in the nighttime. Our kindnesses illuminate the dark. What we seek has both its arms around us, and moonlight joins two people far apart. All that comes from fear is just illusion. Love is the only truth we'll ever meet. Light and dark must always dance together, and water flows unseen beneath our feet. Our lives become a search to find the answer. It's there within us even at the start. There's nothing we can see that isn't holy. All rays of light are shot from one great heart. Okay. I wrote that one a few years ago. I can't remember exactly when. And then this other poem, I wrote this a long time ago. But I like it. And I remember when I did my first public poetry reading, my poetry instructor, who I had a massive crush on, we were the same age. Anyway, he told me, he said, no, don't read that one. So, but I'm going to now, so haha. So there. Anyway, it's called The Snow Queen. Her eyes are the green of the hemlock, her dark hair a shadow round her face. Strange and slender, she walks the woods in winter. In her hands she carries snowberries. She extends them as an offering to the skies. Her throat is full of music, but she keeps it to herself. If you think you see her, look again. If you try to follow, she'll disappear. She has many names. She calls herself the Snow Queen. Her soul is pure as water, clear as ice. Her spirit flutters like a white bird in a cage. She is the mirror and reflection both. Her home's a palace of white marble on a hill. The empty rooms hold echoes of her dreams. She sleeps alone and drapes her heart in silk. If you think you know her, think again. If you try to understand, she'll fade away. She has many names. She calls herself the Snow Queen. About her neck are emeralds and pearls. She smiles when she cries. Her tears are cold. She answers every question with a sigh. No man has ever touched her, though she's touched all men. The only thing that moves her is the moon. She comes but once, she never comes again. If you think you hear her, listen again. If you try to call to her, you'll find yourself alone. She has many names. She calls herself the Snow Queen. Okay, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I really do. And those were just by me, Laurie. And thank you so much for being here. Happy lunar eclipse, everyone. Blessings. Good night.